welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in the quarterfinals. Looks like this match did not start, so we're just going to cast this from the ground up and probably not cast one of the lower bracket matches instead. So if you're watching this and you're in the lower bracket, yeah, we're probably not going to get too much to you. Maybe just the last match, so round 6. But yeah, welcome to this good match. This should be also a great one, actually. So I'm not too sad that we're, get to cast this, obviously. It is between two great teams, Nuclear Rain and Hexnuts that we've seen before. On the right-hand side of Kai Labs, we have a team Nuclear Rain, of course, Nuclear Pizza, and Rainbows. We have Cybern as Nuclear, and we have his color green opening up with a double research over there, and his partner is none other than Rainbows and Unicorns, spawning as the Teal Aeon. Scout is coming from both teams. Their opponents on the other side, who we've seen before returning to this map, I think it's their favorite here for some reason. I did not expect Alpha Hex / Akone to pick this map, to be honest. We have Akone, representative of Team Hexnuts, Blue Aeon Commander, opening up with a double air. And his partner, I think they're doing the same strategy. Brown, Alpha Hex, and he is doing a couple of research stations here, probably going to go into the center. Exact same setup, actually, in this game. Let's see what Nuclear does about this strategy. I don't know if he was watching earlier, if he is aware of this possibility. Gosh, 25 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for those that followed. Obviously, those that are playing right now and those that donated to the prize pool. Really greatly appreciate you guys. And congratulations to those of you that are still in this tournament. Actually, there's gonna be a very good match here in the bottom bracket. We have Baguettes versus what is their team name actually? The Air Player, Protostar and Lucan. That's actually a pretty cool match. Not gonna lie, and really would love to have cast that one, but unfortunately, no. It looks like actually Alpha X is gonna, no, not necessarily a change up here, but it's not gonna be as direct this time around. He's gonna build his land factory a little farther behind, which honestly I kind of like, given that his opponent already has a land factory. So I think this is the correct evaluation by Alpha Hex, of course, and gonna allow him to prepare a little sooner or be a little safer here against Nuclear Pizza, obviously. Both of these ACUs are up here, so yeah, Nuclear Pizza and Rainbow's not a bad team at all. So the teams that we have left in the upper bracket are definitely good. So a couple of good ones in the lower bracket. Hope and Osmos are still going in the bottom bracket, but of course we also got Fox Termelon and Wasi in the bottom bracket. So those are the ones to watch, guys. Of course, we're hoping for an underdog success story here as well. Looks like there is an air engagement. Well, not an air engagement, a bombing rather here. And still an aggressive land factory here from Alpha X as well, still. And those adapters coming out. So very similar game, actually. Very, very similar game to Hope and Osmos here. And of course, the progression there was a couple of recyclers for the Cybern player versus a loyalty gun. And it was actually a Cone that built that loyalty gun. So we'll see if the same strategy is going to be selected here, guys. I'm going to sip a little bit on water. I think my voice is getting a little crackly. So 1 second. So far, not too much different, though, I will say. Not too much different. Pretty much the same progression here for both teams. Let me actually see. I'm going to change my game volume a bit, so you guys hear a little bit of explosions and a little bit of the fire happening. Do I have the colors mixed up? I do. My apologies. I will fix that. It looks like we have a second, so I'm going to fix that. I think I forgot. I just forgot to switch the colors. And the cone is blue. My apologies. It is getting late in the tournament. No, wait. I forgot to switch all their colors, actually. Green. Green and teal. I don't know what the heck happened. I could have sworn I switched Rainbow's colors. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what happened. Anyway. There we go. Should be fixed now. And again, the things are reversed. But hopefully you guys know which team is which. Yeah. So far, very, very even, I would say, because point defense is coming out, and we got adapters to protect against the mobile missile fire, but Team Hexnuts is definitely on the upper hand. Just as I say that, Alpha Hex eats a massive volley of Brackman fire there. But still, I would say firmly in the lead. One mass extractor does go down for Rainbows. And yeah. Very nicely done by both teams so far. Not too much. And Megalith is going to be the progression. The Megalith is going to be the progression here for Nuclear Rain. And let's see if Alpha Hex decides to go Loyalty Gun this game. And let's see if they correctly identify this as a Megalith, because scouting is going to be very difficult. But if you look at the map and you see how this is going down, once you see the unit popped in, like building in here, first of all, you're going to notice that it's kind of an isolated building, but also you're going to notice that it's going to build for a long time. And very nice bombing run. This is not going to go well for Hexnuts if they decide to stick around, but a decent bombing run here. And I almost feel like Hexnuts is on the back foot here. I don't know if we need to push this far in. Is there a loyalty gun coming up? No, there is not. Looks like the priority is on these planes right now and a teleport. Yeah, teleport is going to be useful. I think this is going to be out of range for the Megalith to be effectively forward, but you know, unit detonation is a thing, structure detonation is a thing. There's so much point defenses, but of course shields are a possibility for Aeon as well, and Megaliths don't really do too well against shields. So I think if I was Alpha Hex, I would try to teleport one tank and see what's going on here, because scouting is not happening. This isn't a very good blob here, although there is a lot of point defense fire, and there's going to be a bombing run. Let's see. I feel like in all the games I've seen so far, Kona is just a little too late on his air. This time around, not too bad, though, but he does fly directly over the missile launchers. And it looks like also Rainbows has those flares. Or no, it was a cone, actually, that had the flares. Second Megalith factory coming online. And, of course, after this, it's not even necessarily the Megaliths that are so scary. It's actually the cicadas, whatever. So we will see how this goes. First Megalith is popping out. And actually, Alpha Hex is teleporting on these islands here now and capturing more mass. So that's going to be a nice benefit for him. And I think they can hold this Megalith. It's not really a huge issue at this point, assuming they can get behind shields. So this Megalith is going to probably get revealed here soon. Yeah, it looks like Nuclear is sending it straight into the fight. And let's see what the response will be. Oh, yeah, that's a teleport scout. So he sees the Megalith right now, but basically right before it was revealed anyway. So they know exactly what's coming their way. And let's see what the response is. Honestly, Loyalty Gun is not a bad idea still. Megalith is going to start to fire. The shield is going to get slowly but surely bombarded. And I feel like we need a teleport. Honestly, the way this army is positioned is not too terrible. And there isn't a whole lot of ground fire. The only thing you do have to be worried about is, of course, that unit detonation. That's the one thing. And I feel like we need a shield. And we do have shields coming out. So, yeah, this army is safe. This army is safe for the time being unless we have teleport. Not teleport, sorry, jump jets and Unidetto. That is probably going to be the progression here because that's how you break Aeon shields anyway. And we have seen Nuclear do that a lot anyway. Ooh, there might be a very exciting match in the lower bracket as well that we unfortunately won't get to. Fox Trillin and Owasi versus Hope and Osmos. That's going to be a fun one. Okay, just as I say, I didn't think that the Megalith could break the shields that quickly. Oh no, that's not enough, is it? Oh yeah, I think this is a all in here. All in throw. I think they might be giving up here. Yeah, that was a terrible engagement. Terrible engagement. And those Megaliths didn't even lose health. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, not good. Not good here. I don't know if that was needed. I was really surprised that these shields have gone down so quickly. I guess there's 3 Megaliths supported by... Is there Cobras here? No Cobras here. Interesting. I'm really surprised. I'm also surprised there's no Loyalty Gun. I feel like Loyalty Gun would have been an even better counter here than in the game against Hope and Osmos. Very interesting. And actually now we have the Recyclers coming out as well. It's just so crazy how... I didn't think Megaliths were this good against shields. Very surprising, to be completely honest. And now, yeah, the air can go. Have free reign. Yeah, this is just a matter of time. I'm honestly surprised that Akon and Alpha Hex don't just GG out of this, because this is... I feel like they had time. I don't know why they necessarily engaged. Maybe they just overreacted to the shields going down. But still, now, especially throwing the air was very, very bad. Because if you lose air, obviously all your expansion goes down. And the one good thing is that I don't know if Rainbow should necessarily be focusing on Akon's infrastructure here. And again, I mean, I said this like 3 years ago. I don't know why we are prioritizing production over mass extractors. I just don't think that's what you prioritize here. Also could be split firing, but whatever. Yeah, GG's called. This was just writing on the wall. Eventually, Nuclear and Rainbows would win, but good game, good progression. Also, I enjoyed that it wasn't exactly the same game. Enjoyed seeing Megaliths out, so definitely a fun match. And we're gonna go to the next game, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Obsidian Game 2 in our quarterfinal round between Team Hexnuts and Nuclear Rain, who are in front by 1-0 here. Let's go ahead and introduce our players and see what they're up. Of course, over here on the left-hand side, we have Team Nuclear Rain. I don't know why it says Gamble Gods. I'm sorry. I'm going to fix that really quickly. And my apologies, guys. I don't know what I'm doing today. Of course, this match wasn't really supposed to happen, but on stream, but still. All right, we got Nuclear Rain represented by Rainbows and Unicorns and Nuclear Pizza, who are Aeon and Cybern respectively. Looks like an air opening and a land opening. Pretty standard, I think, for this pair of factions. And on the other side, pretty much a mirror of that, except we have double Aeon team, Hexnuts, Alpha Hex, and a Cone, with Alpha Hex opening up as the land player with a triple land factory opening. Already got Harvogs coming out. And of course, on this map, I feel like you do have the advantage of Harvogs over the adapters, I feel like. So it'll be interesting to see how exactly Alpha Hex... Oh, no, this isn't Harvogs. My bad. This is the same strategy he used against Osmos and Hope with the Shajas. So very similar strategies coming out from Team Hexnuts on these maps. So we'll see what's going to be happening. I think probably Nuclear Rain saw these Shajas coming out. So we will see if they decide to push. Of course, the longer you wait against these Shajas, I mean, it could be a better or worse thing. I think normally it's worse when you wait longer. So I would almost want to engage as the Cybern commander here, especially not in this choke point. The way you kind of beat Shaj is if you come in around all sides, or you manage to catch Alpha Hex with his blob micro. Sometimes it is too much and too complicated even for the best players to really effectively split their Shajas, because Shajas are good units, especially when you rush them. But unfortunately, they're quite slow, so they require a lot of attention and micromanagement. So, but Alpha Hex can do it. Just depends which Alpha Hex we got today. And I think we got a strong Alpha Hex today. Let's see if he chooses to plop down a factory here as well, or just go. No, he doesn't have enough maths for another factory. So this will probably be an all-in push. He'll probably wait around for his teammates' ACU, but let's see, air 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 8 planes versus 8. Yeah, so 9 versus 9. Air is fairly equal here. I don't know. In a 2v2, I feel like it's not as strong, especially when you're pushing. I guess the one advantage of these two sticking back is that both their ACUs are here, so they can bring them up if needed, or rather closer to the fight, and maybe soak up some of this Shaja fire, which if they do appropriately, the Shajas should not be really able to snipe either of the ACUs. And if done extremely right, they shouldn't even have access to these loyalists, giving them a chance to engage. So not a huge fan of this strategy from Alpha X. It's a good one in a 1v1 tournament for sure. But I feel like top-end players will know what's up. Anti-air tower going down. Of course, Alpha X is going to do his best to split his units against air fire. Probably using different control groups as well. And a nice expansion from all the teams here. So no issues with that at all. Maybe our West team is a little better with the expand, but that will be okay. Yeah, grabbing the center is... Oh, yeah, no. Team East is a little ahead, actually, because they grabbed the center. I keep forgetting about these mass points on the lake. It's such a trippy design here, because when I was initially looking at this map, it looked like there was water here, which technically there is, but it's just frozen. It was so cool. It's so cool how Maxing has done this map. Very cool texture, by the way. Awesome job, guys. I said this at the start. Make sure you message Maxing and thank him for all these maps. And the whole map development team, you know, Cryosun, R3 Code. I'm sure I'm missing a couple. Vanity, I think it does a lot as well. Or Vanati, however you want to say it. And it looks like Team Baguettes have beaten Protostar and Lucan and are into round 4. So very well done. They're doing very well in the bottom bracket there. Of course, next match is going to be against the loser of this. So it's going to be very difficult, but I think they did very, very well so far. So we'll see. I wish I could cast that match just to see. But even against their first... yeah, I think I casted their match first hand, and they did very, very well. Very well. Okay, by now we know that these are Shajas. So Nuclear Pizza did get... it looks like adapters there, which is good against anti-air as well. Okay, Shajas need to be microed. Alpha Hex, you need to send all of your units up. This blob needs to be microed yesterday. I don't know why it's so far back. You got to be effective. If you don't... So I will say that not microing at all is better than missing up micro when you are splitting your blobs. So don't try to split your blobs if you're not great at micro, because it is going to hurt you. Chances are. Third air factory. Actually, fourth air factory. Okay. Rainbow's doing Rainbow's things. Capturing a, it looks like a... Yeah, I think she captured an engineer here. Alpha Hex is like... I feel like Alpha Hex out of all players is... Oh no, what is this bombing run? No. What shot? What? Oh my god. That was a total whiff. Like, I feel like if you're bombing like that, you at least have to send your Shajas up. And now the shields have regenerated, so... Yeah. That's very unfortunate. Actually, Brackman are really good here on this map to hold this choke point against Shajas especially. Shajas just melt against Brackman fire. Trying to think what this team can do from here. I think they can lock down the center, and as long as they don't lose the air and lose their expansions, they should be fine. Of course, that's going to be difficult with so many of this. I feel like they're ahead. They're behind on air at this point. Rainbows, of course. I in my personal opinion, Carboom is one of the strongest air players in the game, especially in the tournaments. There might be better air players playing 4v4s or whatnot, but from tournaments, in my opinion, Carboom is the best air player, if not, is one of the best air players, if not the best air player. Megalith, by the way, is getting queued up here in the top of the screen. Groundfire is going to try to take care of these Shajas moving forward. Shields are not even melting away, to be honest, and yeah, this is just not great. Like, the Shajas are just not good, in my opinion, here. The shields are not even breaking. AlphaX is doing his best to micro with 2 blobs, but he's going to end up taking a lot of air fire as a result because there's no way you can split effectively in this situation. And yeah, you just got to pull back. You can't even, yeah. You're entering turtle mode here, but the problem is there's a Megalith. There is a Megalith, so unless you can somehow snipe that, which maybe if you get teleport, but there's really no indication. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, can these reach? No. Get out of town. No, that's just out of range. Ah, sad life. Sad life. And of course, even if they did, I don't know if that's why this was designed this way. This is beautiful to protect against mobile missile launchers. Like, there isn't a better setup, I feel like. And yeah, Alpha Hex, I feel like they're just going for it again, and just that usually indicates to me that the strategy selection is just not there. Just not there, unfortunately. Air fight. Yeah, again, a cone pulling back, just not enough on the air. Oh yeah, so the reason why I was saying Carboom is obviously Carboom used to be, maybe still is, the partner of Rainbows in 2v2 tournaments, and he was just very solid in air. So yeah, and now we're back to what we had on Kai Labs with the Megalith out, and there isn't really anything to engage it with, unfortunately. Looks like these shields are going down, though. Somehow. But again, we have the problem of having lost so much air and having lost so much ground forces. There's just not enough DPS to really touch this Megalith. Scout is going to fly uncontested here. What's going on with these Shajas here? And I feel like this is a ticking clock again. I'm wondering if Alpha Hex was trying to get to shock here, but I don't think so. And I don't know what's going on here. The Megalith should really be firing on better targets here. Hello, Fensal. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking it out, as well as Kill My Ex. I'm not a fan of the name. Would not recommend. But yeah, Baguettes for the win for sure. Baguettes are doing very well. Whoa! Rogsban and Youngshot get the better end of Hope and Osmos. What is that? Dang. Is Rogsban good? I know Youngshot is good, but I've never seen Rogsban play. Lord. Holy crap, congratulations, guys. I feel like the underdogs are doing very well in this tournament. That's one of the best teams, if not the best team of the tournament. Unfortunately, in this game, yeah, the writing was on the wall here as well. Akoan and Alpha Hex are going to go down here in game 2, meaning that Nuclear Pizza is going to face down against Iron Commander, and that is going to be a fun match. That's coming up next, guys. That's going to be a very equal match, and we're going to have a repeat of the anniversary tournament of OSS where Nuclear Pizza was playing Iron Commander in the final, and that was insane. So you guys don't want to miss this because their partners are also very good players, very equal, I would say. So we will see where this goes. We'll be back in just a little bit.